Texans side. The Texans guys. The Magic Man right there on the screen, guys. If you guys are seeing us all over here at YouTube.com, of course, Facebook.com, we got my man CJ Stroud on the screen. The Magic Man, right? The Magic Man. But as you guys know, the Texans started off hot this season. They were 6-2 to start the season, including a win over Alpha Rob's Buffalo Bills 23-20. But since then, they are 4-5, including losses to the Jets and to the Titans. And they also lost to the Detroit Lions on Sunday. Was it Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football? Either way, they lost to the Detroit Lions when they held a 23-7 halftime lead and lost that game 26-23. CJ Stroud has been considered the Magic Man. D'Amico Ryans has been considered the Magic Man. The Houston Texans are the Cinderella story, right? Last season and on to this season. But guys, is the Magic done in Houston? Are the Houston Texans done? Are they ready for a complete rebuild yet again? Right? Are they continue? If you guys look at the Houston Texans, in 2023, they 100% overachieved. Nobody expected the Houston Texans to make the playoffs last season, let alone win the AFC South, let alone win a playoff game. They 100% overachieved. And the only reason why they won the AFC South was because of a drop pass by Colts running back Taylor Godson in Week 18. And that drop pass gave them the playoff berth. The Texans, so far this season, have had some huge injuries. I will give them that. One of which was being Stephon Diggs. They got Stephon Diggs in a trade this season. He wasn't putting up crazy numbers, but he did have just under 500 yards in 8 games that he played so far this season before being placed on IR. But Stephon Diggs' appearance on the field did more than just stats. He opened up the whole field for everybody else, including Joe Mixon, including Nico Collins, including Tank Dell, including Dalton Schultz. When Stephon Diggs was on the field, the Houston Texans were a very, very good team. But beyond that, the Houston Texans have one of the worst offensive lines, guys, in the NFL. One of the worst offensive lines in the NFL. They are 27th in pass blocking and 31st in pressure pass grade. That's not good. That's not good at all. The only team that's worse than them on the offensive line is the New York Football Jets. They never did address their issues on the offensive line when they had the chance to. As simple as that. They were stubborn. D'Amico Ryan's like, no, I got my team. We're good to go. But like the Chargers, the Houston Texans do only have one win over a playoff team so far this season. However, they do have the 7th hardest schedule in the NFL. So, guys, is the Magic in H-Town? Is H-Town made official Magic over? Are they done? Are they finished? Are they finine? Guys, the Houston Texans are the biggest question mark team that I have followed all season long. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Every time you start to buy into this team, they go out there and they lose to the New York Jets. Every time they start to sell this team, they go in there and they beat a team like the Dallas Cowboys. They beat them down handily on Monday Night Football. This was back when the Dallas Cowboys were not very, very good, right? But they still beat them down. But then they lose to the Titans, but then they beat the Titans, and then they lose the close one to the Green Bay Packers, get blown out by the Minnesota Vikings, but then they battled the Detroit Lions. They're like, who is this team? Guys, the Houston Texans are a team that if they show up and they play A-plus ball, they can beat anybody. But if they don't play A-plus ball, they're getting beat by anybody. Look at the Jets. Look at the Titans. CJ Stroud, for some reason, ever since that injury to, was it Tank Dell? Broke his leg and tore his ACL and MCL and like all that stuff. Probably going to miss the 2025 NFL season. CJ Stroud has been an emotional wreck. He has not been good. He has not looked good. He has not played good. He has not performed well at all. Guys, I think the Magic in Houston is over. They had a nice little 2-year run. They had a nice little run. The only reason why they're in the playoffs right now is because the AFC South strictly just sucks. As simple as that. The Indianapolis Colts did not want to win that division at all. They had opportunities. They're like, no, we don't want that. That is gross. Get that out of here. But guys, the Houston Texans are not a good team. The Magic is over. But can they beat the LA Chargers? I think they can. Will they? I'll let you guys know Friday night. But guys, is the Magic over in Houston? And Laura says, yeah, it is. They lost to the Vikings. The Magic is over. They got beat down by the Vikings, Laura. Let's just be honest. And Alpha Rob says, CJ Stroud has been struggling for a while. I don't see it stopping. And not having Stephon Diggs, Alpha Rob, your man from Buffalo, former Minnesota Viking, he was the X factor for this Houston Texans team. He was why they were 6-2 to start the season. Stephon Diggs was that engine of that machine in Houston. Ever since he has been gone, they've been terrible. Drew says the Texans need to beef up their offensive line and depth. That is 100% facts. They are terrible. They are terrible. And Derek says, how do you remember all of these facts? Derek, I watch a lot of football. I do take notes before the show. As a pigskin pundit, you guys see my notes, right? I have a little bit of, I just have a little bit of snippets of like points on like a sheet of paper. Actually, like, look right here. I don't know. Like I got like some notes here, but it's just watching ball, Derek. Like, I don't know. I have a uncannily ability to remember things that I should not remember, like songs to the 8675309 song. I can't tell you who sings that song. I don't know the name of the song, but I know every word to the song. It's just stupid. MK006 Street says Denver strengths defense. Mac Hollins, Shakir, and Allen best weapons on the defense has a puncher chance. What do you mean to say? Laura says I think he has notes on one screen. I do have a little bit of notes. MK006 Street says CJ Stroud has looked bad. He has. He has definitely not looked good. Definitely has not looked good the last, 5 weeks or so. Since they lost to the Jets and Titans, actually since the Kansas City Chiefs game, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, CJ Stroud has not been himself at all, right? Laura says he hasn't been the same since that crying on the field after that injury to like Tank, the Kansas City Chiefs game. Yeah, it was. I remember that. Actually, Laura, I think I had the game on pause, and Laura's like, "Did you see that Tank Dell injury?" I had not seen it yet because I just got home from basketball and I was catching up. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, that's terrible. That is terrible." MK says teams has tape on him and he'll need to adapt, meaning CJ Stroud, which I don't think CJ Stroud has necessarily been figured out per se, because he didn't have like a special game, right? Yes, he had arm strength, he had accuracy, he had a little bit of scrambling ability, but his game was not special by any stretch of the imagination, like a Lamar Jackson or other like Michael Vick per se, where you had to like totally scheme to stop him. CJ Stroud was just playing really, really good football last year, his rookie year. Texans ran out of that man juice. Derek says, who can they beat if they win? Meaning the Houston Texans? They can't beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Alpha Rob says Allen had Cooper, Kincaid, Knox, Cook, and the Denver defense hasn't played number 17. Not wrong. James Frank says 208-330-8004. Hit him up on the low. 800 fool. What are you even talking about, James? I have no idea what you're talking about. But what I want to